They say trust is like a sheet of glass. Once it shatters, it can never be the same again. But what they don't tell you is that sometimes, when light passes through the cracks, it creates something even more beautiful. A mosaic of resilience, strength, and a deeper kind of love. This is a story about that kind of love. A story about Arjun and Meera, two people who believed their connection could survive anything, till the very foundation of it was put to the test. Arjun was a man of logic and order. He was steady, careful, and planned his life like a well-played game of chess, always thinking 3 moves ahead. Meera, on the other hand, was his beautiful opposite. She was spontaneous, filled with a kindness that seemed to paint color into a world that often felt gray. She lived in the moment, embracing the beautiful chaos of life. Together they found a perfect rhythm, quiet understanding that felt unshakable, a fortress of trust they had built brick by brick. Until one day, a hairline crack appeared. It wasn't something dramatic. Not the kind of betrayal you'd see in a movie with crashing thunder and tearful confessions. It was smaller, quieter, and somehow so much more painful. It was a promise unintentionally broken, a difficult truth delayed just a little too long, a word left unkept. And that's how trust usually breaks, isn't it? Not in loud, fiery explosions, but in the deafening silences that follow. In the days that followed that silence, everything felt different. The air between them grew heavy. A simple, innocent question like, "Where are you?" was now laced with suspicion. A casual glance at a phone screen became an unspoken accusation, the easy, rolling laughter they once shared so freely. It was replaced by carefully measured words and cautious smiles. The space between them stretched, filled not with anger, but with a deep, aching hurt. Arjun felt betrayed by the break in their perfect pattern. Meera felt misunderstood, her intentions lost in his pain. But pain has a strange and transformative power. It has a way of stripping everything away, forcing you to look at who you really are, not when things are easy and going right, but when they fall apart completely, reveals your true character. One quiet evening, overwhelmed by the distance between them, Meera left a simple note on Arjun's desk. It read, "Trust doesn't just vanish, Arjun. It hides, waiting for enough courage to coax it back out into the light." Those words echoed in his mind. He realized that rebuilding trust isn't about trying to forget what broke it. It's not about pretending the cracks aren't there. It's about remembering why you took the time to build it in the first place. It's about deciding that the person standing opposite you is worth the difficult, uncomfortable work of healing. And so, slowly, they began. Not with grand gestures or dramatic declarations. There were no perfect fairy tale endings in sight. It was just small, deliberate acts of courage. It's an honest conversation, even when the truth was hard to say and harder to hear. A text message answered without delay. A promise made and kept, no matter how small. A silence shared not with fear and suspicion, but with comfort and presence. Piece by piece, conversation by conversation, the shattered glass was mended. It wasn't flawless anymore. Could still see the lines where it had been broken, but it was stronger. Each crack was now a testament to their resilience, a story of forgiveness and the fight to find their way back to each other. When trust breaks, it hurts. There's no way around that. It changes you. But it also teaches you a profound lesson, that real, lasting love isn't about never falling or never making mistakes. It's about who stays to help you get back up.
Yes.
It's about the person who sees your broken pieces and isn't afraid to help you put them back together. So, if you've ever felt the sharp, stinging pain of broken trust, remember this story. You can't always control the hurt, but you can choose the meaning you build from it. You can choose to let it be an ending, or you can choose to let it be the beginning of something stronger. Because sometimes, the most beautiful and profound connections, the ones that are rebuilt, piece by piece, with honesty, courage, and a whole lot of love. When trust breaks, the heart eventually remembers not the pain of the shatter, but the incredible courage it took to heal. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories about the human heart. See you next time.